Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. So yesterday we went through the Istikharah and everything is more or less done. There's another hadith, which is another dua. So I want to run through that quickly. So rawat Tirmidhi an Abi Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu anhu anna an-nabiy sallallahu alayhi wa sallam kana idha arada amran qal. So Hazrat Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu, he narrates that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when he used to intend to do something, what he used to say? Allahumma khir li wakhtar li. So in this hadith, there's no mention of salah or no mention of what? The long istikharah dua. But he used to make this dua. So it seems that, so what we can use is that when it's something very short, you don't have time to go into salah and make a long dua, you can say Allahumma khir li wakhtar li. Oh Allah, make good for me, and ikhtar li, ikhtar yakhtar ikhtiyaran is to what? Choose. So Allah, make good for me and choose for me. So if something very important, then what do? You make istikharah, pray 2 rakat salah, make the dua. And if you, something very short, you need a very quick reply, then you can use this one. And another thing as well from psychology perspective is that when you pose with something really quick, make a decision, you can get like your mind will not focus. When you make the dua, if you make the long dua without salah, or what do? You say Allahumma khilli waqta. What happens? You kind of calm down. You kind of feel a confidence that I'm not alone in this. I've got someone's got my back. And it helps you calm down. You turn to Allah. You turn your attention away from the actual problem. So by turning away, what happens? You kind of get a bit of calmness to you. Okay? So the istikharah is finished. Now just to summarize what I've been saying, because I've been saying a lot of things the last couple of days explaining istikharah. So first of all, what happens istikharah? You have a thing in your mind, a hum. And hum means you have an inclination to do something. So what do you do after that? So before you actually carry out, okay, you carry out. What do you do? There's a decision process. Okay? And this decision process will follow the normal rules of the world. What do? Istikharah. You take mashwara. And what you were saying about open mind, and I'll think about it again. Yes, you are open. So those who say you have the open mind, it's not open mind about your inclination, but open mind about mashwara and istikharah. You get what I'm saying? So you may have an inclination that yes, it's something that's worth doing. So you have an inclination, because the hadith says hamma. So hamma means you have an inclination. But you're open mind that, you know what, if somebody gives me good mashwara, I'll take that mashwara. You get what I'm saying? That's when you're open-minded. Okay?
If at that point then you decide, well, I was thinking of doing this, but he's just told me it's no good, then is there really any need for istikharah?
The istikharah, the reason that one of the barakah of the istikharah was that mashwara came about. He might say, no, I'm not telling him, he might not. He might take it bad. I don't want to get involved in this. He might have said that. But you're making dua that Allah, turn it away from it if it's not good, has many ways of being manifested. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So somebody giving you mashwara is a manifestation of the istikharah. Do you get what I'm saying? And this is a open mind, that you're willing to think and listen to people's advice. Listen to the reviews, listen to the planning. And this is what worldly asbab. And to make this worldly asbab fruitful, what do you have? Istikharah. That, oh, I'm using these things to get a decision, but I'm asking you that you make these things fruitful. Do you understand? You may do your research, you may have an open mind, you still get the wrong decision. You say, Allah help me that this decision process works out well. And I was giving an example this morning. I said, look, if you tell and I said, you were saying that, you know when you say go to sleep, when you wake up in the morning, whatever comes to your mind, that's not always going to work. Because look, if I let me ask you a question. I said, do istikharah if you buy a FIFA new game when it comes out. Your dad says to you, you do istikharah. Should I buy FIFA 19 the day it comes out? What's your heart going to tell you? Come on, be honest. Get it. You do istikharah, what's going to happen when you get in the morning? Yeah, dad, get it. So even though you're not as bad as that, because you're a bit older, younger kids, say, do istikharah if you should buy a PlayStation or not. What are they going to say? I do istikharah and yeah, how are you? You have to buy it. Because they have the bias. So similarly, they have very extreme biases because they're younger, they don't have that much intelligence, or they have less intelligence than us. We have our biases as well. So when you wake up in the morning, whatever comes to your mind will probably be the same that you had before. But you have to use a normal asbab to get ilm. So as we say, Allahumma astakhiruka bi ilmik. That I am asking you that via your knowledge. So you then either decide to give it to me or not give it to me. Is it clear? The istikharah? Right. Subhanallah bihamdi subhanakallahumma bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.